Let's quickly bring in Todimu Ige, who's a lawyer, to help us unwrap what it should mean to have the president return at this time. Mr. Ige, you're welcome. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. So from raging insecurity to industrial disputes and even politics, there's so much going on already. What should be the president's priority when he returns?
All right, thank you for having me. Ordinarily, now that the president is back, we won't expect him, as he often would want to say, that he wants to ease the ground running. Now, the first step is to, of course, look into the security issues that is facing the nation, because it appears like we are under siege. If you look at most of the states of this country, there is no day or no time that you would not hear of one sabotage or the other. So that means that it needs to meet with the security teams and ensure that they face the security risk and threats that we are currently facing as a nation. That's number one. Number two, I would, if I were in his shoes, and of course what I would advise that the president does at this time is to also ensure that there's economic stability. Because if you feel the pulse of Nigerians all over, you will see that people are complaining that the incentives and whatever the government is doing, yes, it's appearing good on paper, but it's not trickling down to the masses. And number three, of course, is that the president will meet with the people, show face more. That's what I mean. By that, I mean that there should be more public communication and reassurance to the people. We need to hear from our president from time to time. What steps are being taken? How are you taking these steps? When do we expect to feel this relief? We need to hear from the president. We elected him and want to see him from time to time, not via communication strategies and all that. It gives a more personal tone when the president addresses the nation and is seen often, not on not boarding airplanes and speaking to us directly. So I think that those are the three areas. Of course, there are more, but the three areas are the cogent ones that he must face as a matter of urgency.
Well, thank you very much, Todimu. But now, so cutting his holiday short has sparked plenty of interest. Some people are asking, why France every single time? But what are the implications of President Tinubu's frequent international trips on Nigeria's development, do you think?
Well, ordinarily, one would say that if the president travels so often, there's the area of delegation. The president, can these trips be delegated to ministers? Can it be delegated to the Minister of Foreign Affairs as opposed to the president hopping on the plane every time? That's on one side. Number two, now, if the president travels, if he feels that it is important, has he handed over power or delegated the assignment and tasks to people who are competent? Because as a matter of fact, when the president travels, it appears that the running of the country takes a back burner and it is slower in terms of implementation and all that. So if the president is to travel, ordinarily one would expect that work will go on in the country and people will feel the effect. People will not feel the effect of his absence, but the opposite is the case. And if that is the situation, then it is best advised that the president, anytime, if he warrants that he has to travel, then the governance of the nation must not stop, because we elected him into the office not for traveling, but for us to feel the effect of governance, and that must be addressed. The people are the people are the priority. Yes, this traveling, these trips, they will say that he portrays or portends economic value for the nation in the